Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Finding Freedom. In this episode, I want to say this in the beginning. Lost Boys, wake the hell up. And when I talk about Lost Boys, let me get into this, right? Now, my phone messed up earlier, started magically fucking recording in slow motion, so I'm going to go ahead and use all the words of the vocabulary just to make it nice as colorful as a fucking rainbow for everybody to understand, okay? Now, I'm going to move over because I have two screens here and I can see everything. So, let's get into this, right? Now, Lost Boys, when I'm talking to you, I want you to understand something. There's a difference between a leader and a boss. A boss forces you to do something, or they will kill you, or they'll fire you, or they'll do something else to mess up with your life, so on and so forth, etc. A leader might actually make you want to believe in yourself, might actually make you want to do something more with your life than working just a 9 to 5 for a bare minimum wage. All right? Now notice, in video games, when you play video games, right? Let me correct the screen real quick. Hold on one second. All right, I just wanted to make sure this was one continuous shot. It didn't slow down magically. So, when you play video games, there's a boss that you have to beat at every level. And the boss is normally a person that'll force you to do something. It'll interject. It'll say this, that, and the third. Do this, it's my way or the highway. This is my house. You don't like it, get out. That's perfectly fine. You could do that anywhere. Leave, right? A leader might actually want you to believe in yourself, might actually want you to level up in life, might actually train you, right? But some people don't want that. Some people get a little too touchy because you may inspire the masculine toxicity or masculine energy and actually get boys and men to believe in themselves once again. You got to remember, some people have a lot of options and things come easy to them, whether that's relationships, whether that is money, whether that is intelligence, and the list goes on and on. Other people don't, right? Now, when you're going through these things, right, these trials and everything, your life, your mission, whatever, right, you want to understand that you become like the people you hang around, right? Now, if you're hanging around bad company, right, think of them like bad, sushi, right? You don't want bad sushi. God forbid you have bad sushi. You'll get a stomach ache. You'll probably get food poisoning. And if you eat certain sushi and if it's not prepared the right way, it'll kill you, right? So remember, there's a difference between a leader and a boss. A boss forces you to do things. A leader actually might get you to fucking believe in yourself. Might actually get you to stand as a unit together instead of always being divided. So let's get into this, right? You want to hang out with those who will. Why hang out with those who will do you harm? First of all, you want to hang out with those that are going to lift you up and protect you, right? Think of it like, being that we're in Raleigh, like a wolf pack, right? Go ahead and Google how a wolf pack actually works, right? In comparison to the gorilla, in comparison to the lion, so on and so forth, where there's one male and a bunch of women. Yeah, that sounds great until you're the dude that's left out to starve and die, right? You seen Tarzan? There was one male, a bunch of females that took care of the one male, so on and so forth. And then the baby, so on and so forth. Forgive me, it's hot, I'm sweating, I know, right? But I wanted to make this as real as possible because I'm seeing a lot of things happen, like suicide, people doing one too many drugs. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying you're doing too many and you're probably going to kill yourself. I mean, hell, I tried to help out my boy Lance and, well, his ass is in jail now. Think about it. Where are you putting yourself and who's forcing you to do that? Yes, there's invisible forces out there, as they say, right? You may not ever see everything that happens right in front of you. But think of it like a Marvel movie, right? The bad guy's always hiding. He doesn't want to step onto the court, meet you face to face. God forbid that happens. Now think about this. Focus on building each other up like a squad, right? Think of it like a basketball game. MJ did it. Kobe did it. James is starting to freaking get it, right? Because when he was with Heat, it was all about him. Now that he's on the Lakers, they showed a cute clip of him passing the ball for once. Think about it, right? Would you do better in life if you knew your boys had your back? Or would you do better in life if you knew that if you did the slight hiccup, they might do something to screw you over, betray you, so on and so forth? And treason's a bitch, I can tell you that right now. And you'll get charged for it quick, fast, in a hurry in business, government, military, life, including the street. So where you stand makes who you are. Let's move forward. Pain is weakness leaving the body, right? We say this in the military. You see signs of it on the gym, so on and so forth. And then people will say, love this, blah, blah, blah. It's called love. But let's talk about it. If love hurts, why don't you look for something else? Give it up. Let it go, as they say in Frozen, right? Let it go. It's in the past, right? Hakuna Matata, right? Let it go. Look for loyalty and trust. Not someone that's going to play because they have flexible morals, or it's administratively difficult, or they're too much of a bitch to fucking talk shit to you in your face. God forbid something violent happens, right? Because everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson said that, right? What do you think is stronger, an individual that has been broken down and destroyed by society, or one that has been built up and lifted up? Where do you want to be? Pick a side, right? You want that guap, you want that money. There are many ways to do it, right? Now, for you lost boys out there, why do I talk about love and this, that, and the third, and why you should build yourself up, right? Well, first, how many of you had a broken heart? Have anybody of you watching this right now had their heart, or felt like their heart got ripped out of their chest by their significant other because they cheated, or they did this, or they did that, or they embezzled money and they were your brother, so on and so forth, etc. Right? Do you want to be around that? Because people will take love for granted, right? This is why when you get something for free, you take it for granted. You don't treat it the same way as if you had to work for it, right? And now, there may be some people that may say other things, but let's think about it, right? What's stopping you from becoming great? Is it other people saying you didn't graduate, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you're not like me? I have experience. I have a PhD, this, that, and the third. Let me tell you right now, the degree makes you confident. Yeah, you may know a lot of words, you may know a lot of vocabulary. But if you think a degree makes you intelligent, you must think that a driver's license means everybody could drive. And that's dealing with someone's life, including the ones on the street. So where do you want to be, right? So what's stopping you, right? Because you become like the people that you surround yourself with, right? Now, if you want to be around a bunch of bosses, go for it. This community, this group, right, that I'm speaking to within Finding Freedom, I'm sure you want more out of life. And there's things like AI, social media, Google, everything else, so on and so forth. And then if you have a team, a community, surround yourself with a multitude of counsel. I can almost bet money, not human capital, but money, real capital, right? That you'll be successful. Why? Because you're stronger as a unit. The military doesn't have, well, possibly, but they don't have no commandos or fucking GI Janes running around. They move as a unit. You seen Expendables? Have you seen any of the SEAL team, Active Valor? Anybody? What about Spartans? You seen the movie 300? They were successful. They were small in number, but they defeated a lot. How? Because they stuck together. They trained together. They lifted each other up. They said, get off the couch. Let's go to the gym. We can sit on the couch later. I could almost bet money if you went to the gym, you'll have less health problems. Right? I mean, think about it. If you read, you might learn something, right? I mean, they talk about cancer and all these other things, right? They magically fixed the coronavirus in under a year, and cancer's been around since the time of Egypt, and there is nowhere that dictates that we were born with disease. That was man-made. Think about that for a second, right? And how does it come about? Well, let me make you lazy. Let me make you fat. Let me clog your arteries. Let me do this. Let me make you not believe in yourself. Those things will cause a disease to occur, whether it's a mental health issue or a physical one. I've seen it for myself. So I want to give you an example, right? Because there are invisible forces out there. So I'm going to give you an example with Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci was great at mechanical engineering, and you could see all his inventions if you Google them, right? But he could only make money by doing artwork and painting. Why is that? Well, that's the only thing they saw value in. So that's what they paid him for. It was only when war broke out that his inventions started to make sense, and then they paid him for that. Maybe you're good at something else and nobody sees it. But when the time is right, which I think it is now, you should probably stand up on what you got and put yourself out there. Hell, you can make money DJing on TikTok, dancing for a living, so on and so forth. Maybe you're a great educator and you have a tutoring company. Go do that. You'll probably make more money than being a teacher, since they're defunding them too. So let's move forward, shall we? In order to make the world better, you must fight certain forces. People are going to tell you suck. People are going to say it's hard. People are going to say you can't do it. People are going to say you can't do this because you didn't make this grade, this, that, and the third. Maybe you need a little bit more time. Look at Einstein. It took him a little bit, but he made it into the history books. I mean, hell, I've seen kids with a stuttering issue speak perfectly, and now they're educating people on how to speak. What's stopping you? Maybe because you haven't surrounded yourself with a multitude of counsel that's going to lift you up. You found strong individuals, but you probably found the wrong ones. So, it's time for a pushback, right? Instead of saying no, say yes. Instead of staying in, go out. Instead of saying, I don't like dancing, go dance, for crying out loud. If you don't go to the gym all week, at least that's the cardio that you get, and you might meet somebody that you could possibly have a great relationship with. Think about it. Most people will get their heart broken and then stay in and close up forever instead of getting back out there. Right? Now, for some of you, it may be difficult. This is why I say to you, Lost Boys, find your group, your tribe, your culture, where you fit in with others. Maybe you're into anime. Yo, go out with them. Say stuff from Naruto, Boruto, and everything like that. Use your bunkai correctly. And when I say that, I mean your words. Because, you know, if you watch anime, bunkai, it was like a sword and so on and so forth. But that's a whole other story and topic. Right? So I'm going to leave you with this, and I know Will Smith has quoted it, but it also comes from Confucius, and they've been doing this for a while. So if you think that the challenge that you face in life is going to be hard, it'll be hard. If you think that it's going to be easy, it will be easy. You get to have both, but you have to decide which one you want. Because if you love what you're doing, yes, it may be difficult, but you won't give up. But if you hate what you're doing, then yeah, you're going to give up. So you'll take the pill to lose weight, or you'll do this to get that, or you'll hustle on the side, so on and so forth. And you know what type of hustling I'm talking about. There are so many other ways, right? Just use this and the people that you actually surround yourself with. That's what's going to get you further. Last time I checked, large corporations have a board of directors. They don't have just one individual. Think of it like that and run yourself like a business before you run yourself into the ground. Have a great one. This has been another episode of Finding Freedom. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.